Hey guys, this is going to be the last video in the Are You Afraid of the Dark series. We only got 2 episodes left, so I'm going to get right into it. Episode 12, Tale of the Crimson Clown. This is a Gary story. It's basically about these two brothers, Sam and Mike. Mike's the evil one, Sam's the good one. They have $70 to buy their mom a gift for her birthday, and Mike steals the money to buy a video game. Sam's upset by this, so they're in this sort of antique shop, and he sees this um, clown doll, and he tells his brother that the Crimson Clown gets bad little boys who do shit like stealing their brother's money. And then, eventually the clown actually does start to haunt the little kid. This episode was pretty fun. I liked the acting from the characters. They did a good casting job, getting the angelic brother and the evil brother. They looked angelic and evil appropriately. The kid who played Mike, I don't want to say anything insulting, but his face I found somewhat upsetting. He had these really piercing blue eyes, and for some reason, on certain people, super bright, vibrant eye colors can be kind of disturbing to me. I could find them somewhat frightening, and his were creepy, very creepy. One thing I like about this episode is he buys a video game, and it's actually a Zeebo video game. If you remember the Zeebo the clown from Tale of Laughing in the Dark, and it's a Sega Genesis cart. And they did a good job too reproducing the case as far as I could see. They mess shit up like this so bad in movies all the time, but it was actually black. I mean, that's good for me, and it said Genesis on it. And then when he got home, there was a Sonic 2 poster on the wall, which is a Sega Genesis game. So I thought that was pretty cool continuity. I don't know why, but that just made me happy. I guess I'm just a video game nerd. This one thing I like about this is that this episode's kind of what I would imagine this show to be if somebody told me about it and I'd never seen it. It's basically this kid's bad, you know, the evil clown haunts him until he apologizes for what happened, and then everything's fine. It's kind of like a real moral, real kids show kind of vibe to this one. It has a real strong moral, and it has a happy ending too at the end. It's kind of weird. It's hard. The one thing I didn't like about this episode is the mythology. The mythology behind the clown wasn't super strong. Like, it would have been cool if I don't know, you heard some other kids talking about this clown, and if it was actually a thing like people knew about instead of just something his brother made up out of nowhere. Kind of weird. It's almost like a Telltale Heart situation where you're not sure if it was all in the kid's head or not. But and the ending too. It's like the video game. I guess the clown returns it for him. I'm not sure how it ended, but it's a fun episode, and the uh, the voice of the evil clown is fantastic. I think it's the best evil voice we've had on the show so far. I love the evil voice acting done by whoever did this clown. It was fantastic. So, giving this one 4 out of 5 bags of sand. Now, on to the season finale, The Tale of the Dangerous Soup. This is one of my favorite episodes, one I've always remembered very strongly from my childhood. It's about this guy, Reed, and he's kind of shy and withdrawn. He likes to do things for himself because he doesn't have any family. And he shows up at this restaurant where Dr. Vink, because this is a Frank story, Dr. Vink has become a chef, and he cooks using people's fear. There's like this talisman that brings their fears to life, and somehow extracts this green juice from them that he puts into his soup. And people love it so much he could charge $100 for it, and you can only get one bowl of soup per customer per night. And this episode's amazing, and it has Nev Campbell in it. And I realized something while I was watching this is I love Nev Campbell. I miss her. Um, I know on Party of Five, I'm sure her acting wasn't the best, but in this and in Scream, she's amazing. Like, when she is sad, she just breaks my heart, and when she's happy, like, I feel filled with joy. For some reason, I feel some like connection with her when I'm watching her on screen. Part of it might just be because I love Scream. I've seen Scream probably 100 times. It was like the first horror movie I ever liked, and one of the like first movies I had VHS. Probably not one of the first movies I had on VHS, but we had it on VHS, and I just watched it constantly. I love that movie, and I love her. I think she really does a good job in this episode. The thing she does is she goes big. Like when she's getting frightened, she screams like she's about to die. She goes all out, and that rarely happens on the show. For some reason, the actors are usually kind of holding back. I bet it's like the directors and producers telling them, you can't make it too frightening, for the kids. But she goes all out, and I like that Reed, the main character, is not super likable at first, but then he tells Nev Campbell that he's sorry that he's been a dick, but he's just not used to people being nice to him. And I like, you can't always have your characters be likable, because if everyone's likable from the beginning, there's nowhere for them to go. It's cool that Reed starts off kind of standoffish, and then he gains the courage to say he's sorry, and we actually see growth in him. I think that's great. And this episode also had a much older cast than usual. Everyone seemed to be in like their mid 20s. It was weird. I love Dr. Vink. I think it's so cool that the show has these reoccurring characters with that are attached to different people. Like Sardo is for Gary, Dr. Vink is for Frank, and this actor who plays him is so good at switching tones from being goofy and funny to all of a sudden terrifying. He's great at that. Great at that. And this is one of my favorite episodes of the show. I give it 5 out of 5. Magic Bags of Sand. Fantastic. Yeah, I really love this episode. It's cool, too, because we see a rare moment of weakness from Frank. He admits that he's afraid of the dark. At the beginning of the episode, he has everyone tell him what they're afraid of. Okay, so let's just do a quick little wrap-up of the whole season. In Season 1, I had an average score for the episodes of 3.54. And Season 2, strangely enough, was also 3.54. But when I tallied up all the totals, divided by 13, for this season, it was 3.69. So we got a little bit of improvement here. That's cool. But one thing is, this season, I only gave 3 episodes 5 out of 5. And in Season 1, I gave 4 episodes 5 out of 5. So that's the record to beat right there. We'll see if Season 4 can do that. I thought the best episode of this season was Tale of the Dream Girl. That'll probably end up being my favorite episode of the whole series. Best actor, Nev Campbell. She killed it in Tale of Dangerous Soup. The worst episode, I'm going to say, is The Tale of the Carved Stone. Just not much there. Worst acting, the blonde kid from The Tale of the Carved Stone. Not so great. And for cast rankings, I'm going to go Tucker dead last. He's so annoying. I hate him. It's so crazy that he's the only cast member that stuck around for the later seasons. But he's actually pretty cool. I mean, he was in Mean Girls, and I thought he was great in that. But I guess he's just a good actor. He's good at playing annoying. Frank, I'm putting him at number 5 because he was really creepy this season. I didn't like the way he was hitting on Sam. It was kind of gross. Sam, number 4, because she just feels kind of bland to me. Kiki at number 3 because I don't know. I don't even know what to think of Kiki, but I don't dislike her. 2, Gary. Because Gary is a good storyteller, and I kind of like Gary. I don't love him, but he's okay. And Betty Ann, number 1, because she's the best, and I love her with all my heart. Okay, so that was Are You Afraid of the Dark Season 3. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I enjoyed watching the show. I enjoyed talking to you here. Happy Halloween.